Hi, I'm Alan. This is a video. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to more Geometry Dash. Today, we are going to be, or I'm going to take you guys through the next massive thing that I'm going to be doing. I'm kind of like just practicing it a little bit while I wait for quaoar to finish my Vibrant. I don't know when it's going to be done, so I'm just kind of like doing things a little bit how I feel like it. I'm not going to be pushing completely hard for it, but as soon as I'm done with quaoar, this is the next thing that we are going to be doing. However, before we start and before we do that, I want to do a little bit of a thing, because as a child, your one thing in life that you want is to have a cookie jar. And now that I live with my significant other, my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend, and not with my parents anymore, I have been allowed to get myself a cookie jar. So I bought myself a jar, and I bought myself cookies. So we're gonna be filling up the cookie jar. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna open this up. If I can even get this out. Hello, help, please. This is incredible. My childhood dream is coming true. That's all I have to say. My childhood, my inner 7-year-old here is the most excited I think it's ever been. This is actually so amazing. I'm very excited for cookie jar. There we go. We have a cookie jar. Look at that, dude. I'm so excited. But anyway, the level that we're gonna be playing is Atomic Cannon by nhelv. This level is really hard. This level is incredibly difficult. I practiced it a little bit yesterday. I didn't practice all of it. I only did 71 to 100, which, to be fair, I fluked really hard. So I've only practiced the last 30% of the level roughly. So the plan for today is I'm going to take you guys through practice. I'm going to try and see if we can learn a little bit, and then I'm going to play for a while on my own, try and get some runs and see how it goes. I'm kind of excited for this. This level is really cool. When I watched this the first time, I almost immediately fell in love with it, because I think this level is genuinely really cool. It's just very hard. So this first jump is really interesting. You have to like hold immediately. So this is the perfect level for me, because I always hold anyway at the very start. So I have to do that, right? I wish there was a block here so I don't have to light tap that. But all in all, this is like a really cool level. And I don't know, it's just very epic. The thing about this level, though, from what I've heard, is that it's very attempt grindy, like extremely attempt grindy. So that's gonna be fun. So this is a level that is probably gonna take me a lot of attempts. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being the second most amount of attempts I've ever spent on a level. And then we have a double click here. So this is a timing level. There is one ship part in this entire level, and it goes from 71 to like 78. 7% of the level is dedicated to ship. The only other game modes are ball, cube, and UFO. That is the only game mode. So this is purely a timing level, which I think is really cool. I think that's very... I think that's very exciting. I like timing levels. So I think this is going to be a very exciting level. It's going to be my 5th hardest according to the list currently, but this feels so much harder. Personally, at least, I think it feels much harder. And then you have to, like, for this click, you have to, like, hit the corner here. So you have to, like, hit this orb late and, like, land on this corner. It is an insane timing, but it's a really cool one. So a lot of this level is just really late timings. This level is absolutely ridiculous, but I really like it. Like, a lot of this, like, this beginning is just... Oh, it's so satisfying and so fascinating. I don't know, I really can't tell why. I feel like Trust talking about natural disaster here, but I can't really put my finger on exactly why I like this as much as I do, but this level just fascinates me. It might honestly be a little bit too hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the amount of time I spent yesterday to do 71 to 100, it's a brutally difficult level. This is incredibly unforgiving, but I still really like it, which is why I want to go and pull through with it, you know? And then we get to the ball part. So the first cube, very difficult, very challenging. It's something that I've assumed that I will eventually get very consistent with. This is a very click pattern based level, though, in a sense, where it's like, there's a lot of dun, right? So you go click, 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 like so. So there's like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on and so forth, right? I think it's the kind of like a burst click level in a sense, where a lot of your inputs are like kind of samey almost throughout the entire level, and they're like fast, but they're not a lot of fast inputs in a row. That was very solid. That was actually really good. I'm surprised I got that far. That black orb is really tight. One of the things about this level, though, is that at first glance, it doesn't look that hard. But then you start paying attention to, like, where all the, like, extra stuff is. Like, you don't necessarily see this saw at first glance. So it's like, oh, yeah, that's not very hard, right? Because of this spike and this spike, there's a lot of room here. But then you look again and you notice this saw button and you're like, holy shit, that is a lot tighter than I thought it was going to be. That's the kind of level this is, right? Where it looks a lot more lenient than it actually is, which I personally think is really cool. I like levels like this where it's like you look at it and you're like, oh, that doesn't look too bad. But then you start playing it and you're like, oh my god, this is impossible. And that's exactly how I feel about this level. I started playing it a little bit yesterday when I started learning 71 to 100, and I was like, I've been looking at it and I was like, okay, this level looks manageable. It looks really hard, but it looks manageable. And then I was so royally humbled by the ship part that I was like, wow, okay, maybe not. But I've already kind of committed to it. Like, my mind has already been set on this. So I want to grind this out. Like, even if it's going to take me like a really long time, I want to grind this out because I really like this level. And I'm just kind of like, I've already like decided, right? And when my mind is set on something, I really dislike changing that. So like when I want to pull through with something, I'll try to pull through with it, like regardless. So even though this is like really hard and it's going to take me a really long time to get consistent with a lot of this, I think it's gonna be fun. Okay, and then we get to the end here. Ba-bam, ba-bam, bam. And then we get to the drop. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I don't actually know how to do this drop. So this is gonna be a part that I'm gonna have to be like taking you guys through slow-mo, try and learn and try and figure out as we go. But this part is ridiculously hard. So this is very much just learning how to do it, right? From what I've heard about this level or this part, you just kind of like have to know, right? Okay, I did it. Kinda longer. Yeah, like that. Awesome. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, so for this part, we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And then hit that. Oh, I was using suit there. So if I do this right, jump immediately from that, which makes it so that that's easier because it seems like there's a J block here. No, an H block, so I can bonk my head on this one, right? Which means I can more easily time that. That was crazy. I don't know how I did that, but I did 28 to 35. That's great. That was insane. This pink orb right here seemingly is very hard. Hitting this pink orb to go through these spikes, I'm finding very hard. So you have to like hit this blue orb so you go late. Fall down just far enough so where you can hit this, hit the green orb, hit the black, and hit the yellow. Very tight, very tricky. Okay, so I do want to hit that green orb as early as possible. So when I go here, right, I can hit that as early as I possibly can. So that's a positive at least. So that means I can just like burst click there and then do that, right? But it also seems like I want to hit this blue orb as early as I can, because if I hit it a little bit late and I land on that blue pad, I won't be able to go through that. I always click 3 there. I don't know why. I just have to click twice. There we go. I did it. Okay, I passed it a couple times. Now we gotta figure out this part. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that is hard. I should probably just try and get through this in practice mode, just so you guys have like the full thing. But I also really just want to try and like learn this. I'm having such a fun time just trying to figure this level out. I don't know what it is, but it's just super engaging, super fun. I passed it! Yes! I didn't get much further, but I passed it. Okay, so if I'm start position right here, I can do this, that click. I can do this double tap pretty consistently. So it's not that I can't do it. I can 100% do it. I feel confident with it. It was just everything else in that part is just really, really hard. Okay, so I passed it once there. And then this jump right here seems to be pretty tight. I don't know, this drop cube is like very challenging, I find it. Like, I am surprised at how tight these timings are considering how fast-paced this is. Oh, that little gap right there is absolutely ridiculous. Having to go through these two saws, then hit this, and then hit this yellow orb. Oh, that's hard. Okay. Oh, I passed it. Okay. So we've passed the thing. Cool. That took a long time. That is a ridiculously hard part. From what I've heard, this UFO is supposedly the easiest part of the level. So hopefully it's not going to be too hard. But that drop cube, oh my god, that is so insanely difficult. Okay, so for this UFO, what we are supposed to do is we'll go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, hitting that blue jumping right there is really tight. I'm gonna try and go here in like practice mode or in slow mode just to like get to where I'm supposed to be, just so I can like practice it a little bit easier. This click right here, I'm finding very hard for some reason. I can't really put my finger on exactly why I find it as hard as I do, but I can't seem to get the timing for that down. There are like certain sections of each part that I'm just not able to like fully understand, or I understand them. I can't make my hand do what I want it to do. Like every single section of each part has like this one click or like a sequence of clicks that I just can't seem to do properly. I passed the UFO. Yes! I'm very happy with that. I'm very proud of that, actually. That was really cool. Anyway, ship part time. This ship part is impossible. The hard part about this ship part is this right here. So, to try and explain what you're supposed to do here. So this is like one of the few parts that I've practiced. You're supposed to hit this dash orb, then hit this like in the middle, but kind of late. So like you're on the floor here and in the middle. Tap this, and then as you hit this portal, you're supposed to click it again to readjust yourself. You have to hit this green orb, and then on the same pixel you hit the portal, you have to hit it again or click again to readjust yourself to do the straight fly. It is absolutely insane how hard this is. This is a super satisfying ship. I love playing this ship. Like when I can actually get runs on this is so fun. But wow, it's difficult. And then we get to the ball part. The end ball, very good, very fun. As we've clearly seen, getting there from 0 is going to be borderline impossible. I don't know why this ship part is as fun as it is, though. Like, I can't really put my finger on why I think this ship part is so fun, but this is a super fun ship part. Like, I took like 2 hours almost to pass this a single time, but I really had fun with it. It's super satisfying. However, I can see like long term that dying to 74 over and over again is probably going to end up being really annoying. So I'm kind of just like bracing myself that 74 is just going to be an annoying click because it's really hard. It is genuinely really difficult. This is a hard ship, to put it that way. But as you can see, I am getting better at it. And then this ball part, oh my god. A lot of people do say that this ball part is like the hardest thing in the entire level, which I could see, especially with nerves. But I love this ball part. It's so good. This ball part is the reason I initially fell in love with this level when I first saw it. I was like, wow, that ball part looks amazing. And I was 100% right. Okay, there we go. Past that. And then we get to this ending. This ending isn't too bad. There's only like a couple like really tough timings here. That being, I think this blue orb and this yellow orb are probably like the two hardest things in this very end. Other than that, this last ball isn't too bad. But obviously with nerves, it's very easy to choke this up. It's a very sudden transition. And as you can see here, you can very easily mess these up. And then this blue orb is pretty hard. And then this yellow orb is like very lenient. So if you hit that blue orb, you're pretty much GG's. Okay, there we go. This level is so cool! I love this level. This level is super awesome. I spent 2,000 attempts in practice mode there just to like get everything and just try and figure it out, try and do some small things. This is such a banger of a level. I really, really, really like this level. It's super cool. As I said, I'm going to be working on this while like on my own while I wait for quaoar. And after I verify quaoar, I think I'm going to go for this like hard if I somehow manage to get consistent with it, which honestly, I would be very surprised if I get like anything done with this because this level is really difficult. Very, very hard. I would not be surprised if I end up thinking this is my second hardest. I don't think it's gonna be harder than Rust. I highly doubt it. But I'd be very surprised if I don't find this harder than like Frozen Cave, nhelv, bloodlust, that kind of stuff. I already think it's much harder than Aura. But then again, I thought Aura was a little bit overrated. But anyway, wish me luck practicing this because I will 100% need it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Other guys know the drill by now. This is gonna be a long project because I also have silentium gradas, which I'm working on like kind of in the background, and then on stream, and then we have the vibrant levels, and then we have quaoar. So atomic cannon isn't like high priority right now, but as soon as quaoar is done, I've beaten all the vibrant levels and I've beaten silentium gradas. Atomic cannon is gonna take top priority. I hope me practicing it a lot on the back end of things while I wait for quaoar, I hope that I can make really quick work of it once I actually start playing it properly, because I will be playing it for like a week straight now, just like playing it on my own, just practicing it with no intent of beating it immediately. But hopefully I can beat it before we enter May for memory month. But atomic cannon, very excited for it. It's gonna be exciting. Really hard level though. But anyway, thank you for making my day better. Hope yours a little bit better too. I'll see you guys around, and wish me luck. Peace out, everyone.